All right, Jimmy, how about a little pepper now? Come on, Jimmy, check out the signs. Here we go. Come on, Jimmy. Look at it right here. Here we go. Come on, Jimmy. All right. Oh, hey, everybody. Welcome to this episode of Doing Indy. I'm your host, Seth Hancock, and we're at one of Indy's premier sporting venues, Victory Field, where you not only get to see a great baseball game, you get an awesome view of the city. And what's best about this episode is we actually get to hang out with, their great, cool coach, Trent Jewett. Ah, Jimmy, you missed the butt sign. Moron. This is Coach Trent Jewett. Trent, thank you so much for allowing us to come out here, and we really appreciate just seeing Victory Field and hearing kind of the behind-the-scenes thing with you. I got to ask, what is it like for you being in Indianapolis and being a part of this city?
Well, it's neat. You become transient in the job that I have, and it's certainly a pleasure to come to a ballpark like this that's well kept and well preserved, and the fans can appreciate it, and the ball players can enjoy it. And the grounds are as beautiful as they are with the setting that you see. It's nice. It's a good atmosphere. I think it allows the ball players' personalities to come out and high energy levels during the game.
So, Coach, being in Indianapolis for the last 4 years, how did you get your start in baseball?
Well, in college, you talk to scouts and they say that there's going to be this opportunity and that opportunity. Finally, I got an opportunity with this organization, the Pirates, and I went to Bradenton, Florida, where our spring training facility is, our rookie ball level, and played there for the first full season in 1987, and progressed to the AA level within a couple years. And at that point, it was apparent to me that my level of talent wasn't of major league standards, but I thought my mind was. And fortunately, people in the front office also thought that, and gave me an opportunity to begin my coaching career at an early stage in life. And by the time I'd made it to AAA in 1996 as a manager, a lot of my players were older than me, so it was a little unique, but it seemed commonplace for me. And that was 12 years ago now, and have been at this level for most of those 12 years.
For someone who's the casual fan, what's kind of some of the stuff that you go through on a day-to-day basis that involves coaching and the decision making that you have to, employ or think about or look at?
It's a complex deal. At times it becomes very, very fundamental, and the basis of our game is fundamentals. But we play 144 games in roughly a 155-day period, so there's not many days off. And it's to the fan who's comes to the ballpark here in Indy, all they see is you at work from 7 to 10 on most nights, and quite honestly, there's a lot more that goes into it than just that 3-hour period. Sure. There's longer days, there's difficult travel, and then the game times vary. So it's rewarding, but it's also difficult. Everybody's different. Every player needs to be coached, managed, and handled in a different style. Everybody has a different personality, and you try to figure out that personality. I don't have any children at home. I have a 6-year-old yellow lab, but when I come here every day, I have 24 children now. Tomorrow the roster may be different. It'll be a different 23rd and 24th guy, and next year it'll be a different 24. So it's difficult in that regard, but at the same time, these players, they need love. They need a kick in the butt from time to time. They need honesty, and they need discipline. And a lot of people, I think, aren't willing to give them the discipline because you're afraid of the separation and you're afraid they won't like you. But there's a long line of people in my wake who didn't like me. So the next guy in line will still be deep in line. So I don't concern myself with those things. But you still have to do the right thing for the player.
Has there been a success story for you, that of someone that you've seen, that you've worked with, and you just said, man, I know this kid's going to do it?
I had a player that I'd never seen in my life. I'd only heard other people in the organization talk about him, and I'd seen him play very sparingly, but I've never dealt with him to this point in 1995. And they were going to release the player out of AAA, and I was in AA at the time. And I said, you know what? Why don't you just send him to me, and let's see if we can make one last effort at making this thing work. He was a smallish kid and ran like the wind. And make a long story short, he ended up winning 2 stolen base titles at the big league level. one of which he beat Deion Sanders out of the stolen base title, and I'm a huge Dallas Cowboy fan, so that meant a lot to me. And a couple years later, he's wearing a World Series ring.
You dangled that carrot so far out there. I got to know who this is now.
Well, his name's Tony Womack. He played behind Randy Johnson and Kurt Schilling for Arizona Diamondbacks.
That's where he won his ring.
You know, that World Series ring they could never take away from him.
No.
And the stolen base titles. You know, those are in the books to stay.
Okay, so we're going to let Trent have a little bit of free time down there and manage the team because we actually got to go find some beer and some food. So come on. What's good today?
Good today.
Is everything good?
Everything's great.
Well, everything is good at a ball game. So you know what? The first thing you got to have a hot dog. So a couple of victory ambers.
All right. And I would need to see your ID for that,
Oh,
please.
God bless you.
All right. Thanks so much.
Phew, it's a close one. Oh, that's good. We might need more of these. All right, so Chris and Robin, you guys are from Indianapolis. Well, you're not originally. You're from Cleveland. What brought you out to tonight's game?
Tickets from work.
Yeah?
And a few beers. Yeah.
Well, and you have to love being out here, though, right? I mean, nobody forced you, but hey, you've got to go to the game. Okay, who likes baseball? Who likes baseball? I don't know what just happened here, but it was fun to watch. Okay, so we were in the stands, we got to talk to some people there, but really one of the coolest things about Victory Field is coming out here, right here in the lawn, as you can see, where people like spread out blankets. It's a great area for family and friends to kind of bring their own coolers and just kind of hang out and get a great view of the game. What's great about coming out here and sitting on the lawn for an Indians game?
It's a cheap place to bring your date.
I love diversity, you know? Who says that we're not friendly? So now, have you ever dated a minor league baseball player? Okay.
I don't think that would ever happen.
Where's the beer? Where's the beer? Not a single one of you has a beer.
We got Sprite tonight.
Oh, you're a Bible study group. That's nice. Well, you know, what's so cool just about being out here is, I mean, you've got this great lawn area, and when you look back, you've got a great view of the game and the field itself. It's just a lot of fun out here, and you know, I think we've exhausted our stay out here with a lot of people, so it's probably time that we headed back in and I'd have another beer and another hot dog.
Glass is getting low. I'm here to bring you more. Cold beer right here.
Well, hey, that wraps up this episode of Doing Indy. I want to thank Trent Jewett for allowing us to come and spend the day with him and to really come out here and see Victory Field. It's a great time. We're getting pelted with stuff. We always have fun when we come to Victory Field, whether we're watching the game from the bleachers or we're watching the game from the stands. And the Indians just won 5-2. It was a great time. You know what? You're always going to have a great time out here. You guys just need to get out and check it out. So for Doing Indy, I'm your host, Seth Hancock. And remember, in Indianapolis, it's always so easy to do so much. You just have to get out there and do something. See you guys next time. Is there ever a chance that you'll become a Colts fan because you did say that you like the Cowboys?
Zero.
Really?
Zero.
Uh-oh. Oh, man. What kind of crap is that? Here it is. We're trying to promote you, and you do this. You make me want to cry.